Good morning, everyone. Danielle here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. If you're new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, you are going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to see me live, go ahead and check out that description. You'll see all the days and times that I'm here live taking your requests for the crystal grid and then sending Reiki to all of you no matter where or when you happen to be. If you are here live, go ahead and click the button for the live chat. Put in any healing requests that you have, either by the theme or the nature of what you're looking to address, or the specific crystal, and I'll do my best to work it into the grid. The first half an hour of our time together will be based on building this beautiful crystal grid for all of us. And after a brief explanation of what Reiki is, I'll turn down the lights, I'll turn up the music, and I'll send healing to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I teach Reiki online. I also have an online Discord that's free, a crystal shop, and all kinds of social media, all that good stuff linked in the description. But let's go ahead right into the healing request. So welcome back and welcome in, everyone. Grace, good morning. Good to see you. I'm well, thanks. Cora Carr, welcome back. Always great to see you. I've got some requests here, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting them right out there. So for those of you who've been here before, you kind of know the drill. One of the concepts that we use here at Community Distance Reiki is that of communal chi. The concept that comes from Chinese medicine that states that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential of that is magnified. So simply being here, requesting some healing and just taking part actually does help the ability for everyone to benefit from this. And that's with our individual energies still remaining separate and protected. So thank you. Cat Lady, welcome back. Okay, great. Let's work some stuff out here and put this grid together. Okay, here we go. Awesome. So I've lined up our copper pieces for us today. We've found that copper really helps facilitate the movement of energy, and it works really well with Reiki. So we're going to go ahead and use it on most, if not all, of our grids. And today I've got these beautiful little hammered rings. Yeah. Oh no. Grace, you have COVID. I'm so sorry. I hope you get well soon. I definitely have some crystals to help support that. Of course, we don't do, I don't do the whole do Reiki and crystals and nothing. No, do all the things that work for you. I use the medicines I need when I need them. I encourage you to listen to what's right for you. And there's definitely lots of things we can do to help support your healing process. But I hope you feel better soon. And I hope it's not too bad. So we've got some, hey Vincent, good morning. Let's see, I'm gonna just pop in here and just see what we have. Intentions, finding the perfect home, honors and riches, yes. Health and vitality, absolutely. And the requests for Herkimer, clear quartz, ruby, sapphire, emerald, citrine, pyrite. Gotcha. So let's go. I've got a few of them grabbed already. Let's see, ruby and citrine, or sapphire. Yep, here we go. Okay, so you need all the healing? Oh, definitely. Oh no, this morning. Ugh, that's awful. I hope you feel better soon. Okay, let's see. Ruby is excellent for leadership, and also in many of the ways that we think, there's a lot of overlap here between this and garnet. A lot of executive function, a lot of figuring out how to move the pieces around to get everything to work well together. Ruby is great for it. Also with the confidence and self-assuredness to get that done. Healing a broken heart, Cat Lady? Absolutely. 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 I'm so sorry. Absolutely. And let's see. Next is sapphire. This is actual raw sapphire. This is what this looks like. These are not cut into this shape. This is how they form naturally. And sapphire is fantastic for anything having to do with opening up your intuitive center, being able to hear that guidance, bring that through. It is a very upper chakra stone, so those of you who tend towards being a little ungrounded, this might be a bit much. It's a very intense like psychic ability kind of stone. So we're going to make sure we use some really grounding stones, and ruby is a good one for that. So let's see, we'll put some sapphires here. Sapphire. Okay, let's see. Pyrite is another one that helps with intuition. This also can really help too with Grace's request for supporting the healing of COVID. It works really well on the lungs too. But yeah, this is one that can be really protective while also opening up those intuitive pathways. I often recommend it to folks that are just waking up to their intuitive senses and they need a little bit of protection while encouraging that channel to kind of open up. This is a great one for that. Let's put that. Actually, yeah. Hey, Tales from the Script, good to see you. Welcome back. Okay. Citrine is a great stone for manifesting, especially manifesting money, jobs, anything like that. Oh, it's lunchtime there. You just woke up. Well, good morning. Good morning. Afternoon, morning for you. This is natural citrine. It has more of like a brownish color. And this, like I said, can help with manifesting and calling in riches and finances and things like that. This is one that is often used in feng shui to be in the back left corner of a room from the entrance to help call in financial abundance. You can also put one in your wallet, your cash box, the cash register of a business, that kind of thing. Citrine is wonderful for that. I just like to build my grids intuitively. Herkimer is another one that can help with manifesting and connecting with our guides, connecting with the heavens and all that is beyond this world, all of our guides. There we go. Emerald is one that can help with a broken heart as well as with tissue healing. It's definitely a heart stone. This is raw emerald. We're going to go ahead and put that right in the copper. We're going to ask that it help support some tissue healing, while it also helps with healing broken heart. Let's see. I also have green kyanite, which is great for the lungs. We'll put that out for Grace. We often work with the blue kyanite, and you may be used to seeing it that way. This is one that works a little bit more with the lungs, the chest, and also the heart. It'll help a broken heart to some extent as well. Excellent for the lungs. Where do we want to put you? Oh, we're getting there. Healing a headache, making wise plans and following through with them. You got it. For headache, Gibbsite. This works like a dream. It's a more rare stone. You don't see it too much in healing. It's very, very fragile as well. It will often just like kind of fall apart on itself here. This is really one of the better stones to use for a headache. There's lots of stones you can use, and I'll probably end up adding a few more, but this one is great for headaches. So I'm going to put that right in the center there. Headaches are awful. Yeah, there we go. Following through with plans. Ruby can be helpful to a point with that. Ruby can be really helpful with like seeing plans through to the finish, for sure. Also, rhodochrosite is good for, it helps to balance the intuitive stones that are here. It's great for not only the heart and circulation, but unconditional love, so it definitely supports broken heart. It's also great for asthma, anything with the lungs, and headaches, particularly stress headaches, but it helps headaches nonetheless. So I feel like that could be a good one for us today too, this beautiful pink. Good morning, heart. I hope you're well. I hope your daughter's well. Hope everybody's well. Here we go, rhodochrosite, and following through with plants. Okay, that's a good one, cat lady. I mean, not for you to have to deal with. I'm sorry about that. But, oh, thank you. Welcome back, CW. Good to see you too. People who don't respect boundaries and are extremely unhealthy. Yeah, we can support that. Absolutely. Something to transmute and send back the energy of others and heal sadness. Definitely can support that. When I do like boundaries, like intuitive boundaries as well as interpersonal boundaries, I often will do not so much as a send it back. I feel like a lot of folks who, whether they consciously realize it or not, that are kind of sending out not great stuff, when confronted with their own stuff, they feel like confronted. They don't even know it's their stuff. So it's sort of like everybody's sending me negativity now. It's like, no, actually, that's just you. But a lot of times they're not willing to see it that way. So let's do, we can definitely transmute it and kind of ground it and send it away. This way they won't even end up more triggered by their toxic stuff and then ultimately take it out on you. I do sometimes it's called reversal magic, and I usually just don't. I'm just like, nope, just not here, and just ground it, transmute it, make it go away. And there's definitely stones we can use for that. Let's see. Smoky quartz is great for protection and transmutation. This is another one that's just, It's excellent for Reiki practitioners. It's especially good for anybody who is getting sort of new to the healing world in any kind of way, whether it's energy or nursing, whatever it might be. It helps protect and transmute. Like, it'll take that energy that you're refusing and kind of start to change it for the better. So especially folks that are not great with energy boundaries, or if you're just learning how to work with them in a conscious way, smoky quartz for sure. Smoky quartz for sure. It's also really good for calming worry, especially around those kinds of things. So it's an excellent empath stone. I'm going to definitely use some yellow calcite for the boundaries and self-respect. Sometimes with boundaries, it's almost like we need a boost. Like if people are eating away at a boundary, it sometimes helps us to have a bit of a boost to our personal identity centers, so we don't kind of internalize those boundary pushes. Sometimes those boundary pushes cause us to question ourselves, and in an unhealthy way. You wish you had that when you were a CNA. Oh, you did work as a CNA? My goodness, yeah, the unsung heroes of humanity, for sure, for sure, for sure. This is yellow calcite. It supports the solar plexus in a beautifully strong way, where you take joy in who you are, and it's not about so much of like overly conscious, analytical, this is where I stop and you start, and this is the boundary, although that's a good thing. This is even more so like, I have pride in myself, I have joy and pride in myself, and so I'm happy about being who I am. I feel celebrated, I feel validated, and from there comes that boundary. It's like, I'm joyful, I'm happy, and out of love for everything that I am, this is my boundary. And so it can really bolster our sense of self and help us to feel loved and validated again. Because yeah, having boundaries constantly pushed can be invalidating. It can kind of eat away. So let's go ahead and put some of this in here. My email newsletter went out last night with a write-up about yellow calcite. So you can actually sign up for that. Go into the description. You can, if you want to, sign up for my email newsletter. No disrespect if email's not your thing. We all get way too many emails. I'm happy to see you here as well. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So yellow calcite. Calcite's also great because it is a form of calcium. It's fantastic for the bones, and I forever could use support with the bones. I have osteopenia, osteoporosis. Another one to help with self-respect and care. Also with calming and the nerves is Amazonite. This is one that I definitely recommend for things like broken heart, but also aiding transitions, transmuting pain in our own heart. These are all examples of Amazonite. We're just going to use a couple of those. Put a little heart right there. There we go. And now I want to really support the request for completing tasks. And I feel like there's a really perfect one. Definitely. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for that, Tales from the Script. Oh, Cora Carr, that's sweet. I have you and Vincent's certificates too. We should get together maybe this weekend. West Philly, Best Philly. You know, a lot of us are neighbors. And Tales from the Script, we wish we could have you over too. But thank you so much. I'm glad that you like the emails. Here we go. So this is Garnet. Garnet is another one that, much like, think of all the Capricorn things. This is the Capricorn stone. It's the January birthstone. This is all about that sort of executive function, getting the plan, following through with the plan. Garnet. Also deeply grounding and reassuring. So for those of you who are struggling with the boundaries and things, Garnet is one of those that can help support your root chakra in a way that makes you feel like you want to move forward. Especially like a yellow calcite can be great for when you've internalized other people's negative input and you feel like, oh, I can't do that. It can be really supportive for that. And let's see. At least one more. Let's do Mookaite can be really helpful too with that stuff. And that's Australia jasper. Mookaite is great for decision making and accepting change. So when it comes to like completion, Garnet is like the stone that I super go to for that kind of stuff. It's like that Capricorn, like get focused, get the steps, and make the plan come together. And then Mookaite can help with all those decisions along the way that can come up. Because ultimately that's a lot of times what steps in the way. It's like we have to make a decision. It's like, oh, now I'm kind of paralyzed. So this is something that can help us on that path to getting things done. It's also really great as an immune boost. So thinking of grace with this as well. And then the last one before clear quartz. Good call. Clear quartz is super malleable. It goes for pretty much everything. Helps to lift the energy, direct the energy. It's programmable. But I feel like a lot of times when we set intentions, this in a sense like picks up that intention and magnifies it. I consider it like a magnifier stone when I do grid work. So yeah, it can also just, like I said, raise the vibration. Let's see, right here and here. But especially when we have very clear intentions, this is a great stone to have to like bring them forward. And it sounds like a lot of you have some pretty crystal clear, haha, no pun intended, intentions. So this is helpful. The last one I wanted to use, rutilated quartz. This helps send the energy directly where it wants to go, helps calm the mind, and it really helps us to get better fast. So Grace, that one's for you to help you recover, but also all of us can use it. A lot of like disparate energies and where do I go? What do I focus on? This can help you stay on course too. It's like it's laser focusing right to what needs to be addressed. So it can really like take a scattered mind and just sort of help focus it, just as it helps focus the energy. Okay, so, and heartache, heartbreak we've addressed. I think there might be one more. No, Nope, I think we are good. Fantastic. And I wanted to put some shungite around just to help with the keeping not so great energy at bay. Shungite is actually used oftentimes in your water filters. Like, this actually appears in there. I'm not going to say like just pick it up and randomly throw it in your water. In fact, these have to be pretty much scrubbed, so it'll look like kind of like a black haze, you know. But yeah, it absorbs negative stuff and toxins. So think of it in a sense almost like charcoal in that way, and it's often used alongside charcoal in things like water filtration. Shungite can help absorb not great energy so you don't. And I'm just gonna put that around, especially with all the intuitive stones. It's good to have a really grounding, clearing, keep that not so great stuff at bay kind of intention there. Okay, so now the fun thing where I pick 2 stones that are going to help complement the grid that all of you have built by your requests. And you all are going to vote on it while I go ahead and explain what Reiki is, and then we will get right into the healing. So give me just a moment, chat amongst yourselves, and I will pick a couple of crystals to help support this. Do, 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 do. Okay, all right. So here's the 2 that came up for me. The first is blue lace agate. This is deeply empowering for everyone who is interested in like the yellow calcite kind of healing intention, boundaries, but also like other people's stuff and people kind of overstepping. This is great for difficult communication, like when you have to talk about things that are really difficult, especially our feelings. This is a stone that really it's very gentle yet very powerfully supportive of the throat chakra, which is our place of expression. And expression can be really vulnerable. It kind of lines up with the place that we are physically vulnerable. It's when we express our needs for safety, our requests, our feelings, it can lead us to feel very insecure. This can help bolster and support that. It can also help us to be a little bit clear about those things. It's also really great for a sore throat, and just in case Grace ends up with that, so we'll have that. And also another one that's good for like tension headaches, if that's what's coming up. So we have this, and the other option is moonstone. Moonstone can look a lot of different ways. This is some really beautiful moonstone that I got a while back. Moonstone helps us to better reconnect with the cycles of nature and the cycles of earth, and especially the cycles of water, like moonstone. The moon controls the tides. So especially those of you who are more in the garnet, red ruby kind of category, and especially those who are inclined to say follow through and getting things done. This helps with everything in its time, everything in its way, and just reconnecting with the cycles of nature sometimes can help us when we feel like we're fighting upstream. Sometimes it's just like a fish out of water, like maybe we just need to wait for something to shift, or maybe there's a different way to do it. This is deeply resonant with the cards of the High Priestess and sometimes the Moon, but also I really think of the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. The High Priestess and the Hanged Man tarot cards go along with this. The Hanged Man is all about waiting through its time, you know, like, hey, wait a minute, you can't go forward yet. Maybe you want to take another look at this kind of card. And the High Priestess is, I know. She has access to all of the arcane wisdom. She's very intuitive. It's like, I've got the libraries. I've got Solomon's library behind me. I've got the crystal ball, the moon. I've got all of the knowledge. I feel the cycles. It's, I know. Rather than I do, it's I know. And I feel and I understand. So go ahead and vote if you would like either one of these, which one resonates most with you, blue lace agate or moonstone. I never know how this is going to turn out. And I'm going to briefly explain what Reiki is while you vote on that in the chat. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the stream. That super helps me out, and it helps folks to see what I'm doing over here so they can come join us and hang out with us live. And so, yeah, so for those of you who aren't sure what Reiki is, and once again, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner and teacher at Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 13 years. Basically, what is Reiki? The hardest part of my job is describing what it is I do. In the West and in English, we kind of don't have the best words to describe it. So the best way to actually see what Reiki is just to feel it. And I'm glad you're here because that's pretty much what we're about to do. But the best way I can describe it is this. Ki, in the Reiki, Ki is the Japanese equivalent of Chi, or energy, this subtle force that we can feel when we pay attention and is there, but is not necessarily a tactile thing that like we touch or that we hear or that we see necessarily. It's just the feeling. It's also many different forces within the universe. I have my energy, you have yours. Everything around you, everyone around you has its own energy. And within and between and through those energies are many more, if you would, frequencies in a sense, where the energy kind of flows, in this case with Reiki or spiritually guided energy, flows through everybody. We all have access to this energy right now. We have it flowing through us right now. The cultural concept here is that this is one of those energies that unites everyone and helps support us in any way that we need, much like water always finds the lowest point and fills in a void and washes away what's not really holding on by much, what's ready to be let go of, like when we rinse off a sidewalk, for example. Reiki energy can support us physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, karmically. You can set intentions for healing, even if you're not here live. Just think of anything you want the Reiki to address and let it go at any point during the healing. Excuse me. You can also have no intention whatsoever and just see how the Reiki shows up for you. If you feel like you're going to fall asleep, awesome, enjoy. If you feel like you're having sort of an intuitive moment, or you're getting some clarity, or even just a place to have some fruitful thoughts, fantastic. You don't have to silence your mind, and you don't have to focus on it. I encourage you to just get as physically comfortable as you can in any position you want, sitting up, laying down, eyes open, eyes closed. I will turn the music up and turn the lights down. The lights will gradually flow through several colors, and at no point will they flash or strobe, so you're good there. But yeah, the best way to describe what Reiki is just to experience it. So I encourage you to go ahead and just see how it shows up. You may feel it physically, in your emotions, in your kind of spiritual cosmic body, or maybe a combination thereof. There's no wrong things to do at this time. If you're home, you can combine this with some stretches, you can combine this with journaling, you can just take a nap, or you can just be present. No matter what, I hope you have a beautiful session, and at the end, I will invite you back. You'll hear my voice come in and say, take a deep breath, come back to your body. If you have any questions, please ask or share any experiences, and you'll be encouraged to do so at that time. After that, we'll kind of go ahead on our way for the day. I am back tomorrow and every Friday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. East Coast US time, and Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. If you do have any questions after your session and you're watching this replay, go ahead and leave a comment or reach out to me through social media. So let's go see what everybody voted for. Okay. Both. Yeah, that's how it always goes. And I'm never upsets me. I love it. So we'll do some blue lace agate, some moonstone. There we go. Okay, so for those of us on the East Coast, if you're like heading out to work after this or something, know that I'm going to go a little bit past the 9 a.m. end time, probably like 9:05. So I don't want to make you late for anywhere. So if you need to set a timer, go right ahead. I want to also thank you all for being here. The communal chi, this crystal grid, couldn't have happened without you. And you can always enjoy these healings by looking at our past live streams. The thumbnail image always has the crystal grid that we've built together and all of the crystals typed out in the description in case you're looking to source them locally. So thank you for being here. It's an honor to share Reiki with you today. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the music, bring down the lights, enjoy, and I'll be back for you in almost a half an hour. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Slowly start to come back to your body. If you'd like, you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly come back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It is an honor and a pleasure to share Reiki with all of you. I hope that this serves as a beautiful start or restart to your day. If you have any questions or anything you wish to share, please go ahead and use the chat. And if you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me through social media. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Cat Lady. All the best to you. Absolutely, all the best. You're so welcome, Vincent. Yeah, thank you all for helping build this beautiful grid. It was really beautiful energy to sit in. And, astrologically speaking, without going too far into it, definitely got some bumpy months ahead through the summer. Although, if you're paying attention, you've probably noticed. Remember, you're always welcome here. Come on in. Happy to be of support. And you can watch the replays of the live stream anytime. It's still just as healing. I hope all of you have an absolutely beautiful day. However the weather might be near you, and whatever you have planned throughout the course of the day. I hope it goes smoothly. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. East Coast US time, as well as Sunday at 8 p.m. Oh, thank you, Heart. Thank you, Korakar. Yeah, this is a beautiful group of people that's cropping up here. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Well, yeah, bumpy months, but remember, it's not something to be worried about or scared of. It's more like something to be just, aware of. I'm here and we've got each other. We'll get through it. We've been through worse. We'll get through it. Thank you, Tales from the Script. You have a great day too. Thank you for being here. Glad that we could time this right after your nap. All right, everyone. Yeah, bye. Bye, Tales from the Script. Good to see you. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again so much for sharing this time and this space with me. I hope that you take care of yourself today, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Remember to go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already, and consider subscribing if you want to come back. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and be well.